sophomore here at Harker, and today I just wanted to talk about my experience living with muscular dystrophy. So I have a genetic disorder called DMD, which affects 1 in 5,000 boys. So to put that into perspective, let's say there are 200 new applicants or entrants into Harker each year, 100 of which are boys. That means that in 50 years of Harker history, there would only be one person with DMD, and that person is me. So what is DMD? DMD stands for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's one of 30 different types of muscular dystrophy, and it's one of the rarest and most severe kinds. DMD is a genetic disorder caused by mutations in the dystrophin gene. This leads to a lack of dystrophin, a protein needed to maintain proper muscle function. Muscle cells without dystrophin become weak and eventually die. In people with DMD, skeletal muscles and eventually the heart and lungs deteriorate over time. That's why it's called a degenerative condition. Also, DMD currently has no known cure, but research is ongoing. So there are a lot of cures currently being researched and tested for DMD. One of them is called Exon Skipping. So behind me you can see a normal dystrophin gene. And you can think of it as a puzzle with 79 pieces. So each piece is called an exon, and you can see they have different shapes, and each fits into the next piece. So now you can see that exon 50 is missing, and this and 49 and 51 can't connect anymore. So this means that the gene is dysfunctional; it doesn't work. And so now you can see that in exon skipping, exon 51 would also be removed, and now 49 and 52 can connect. Since 51 and 50 aren't there, some muscles may still be weakened, but overall the symptoms of DMD will be lessened. Another cure currently being researched is called gene replacement, which promises a full cure for DMD. So basically the mutated gene would be removed and replaced by a normal gene. However, this cure is still in research phases, so it's a long way off. So now I've told you a lot of facts about DMD, so now I want to tell you about how DMD has impacted my life and about my story. So I was first diagnosed with DMD at 2 years old when my dad noticed my abnormal walking. And around this time I also started medications, a lot of medications, like 6 pills a day. But other than that, my elementary school years were pretty normal. They were just like any other kid. But in PE, I started to notice how I was somewhat different from others. I would get winded running 2 laps, and I would hold the rest of the class up. I was the first to get hit in dodgeball and the last to be chosen for basketball. But in middle school, the symptoms of DMD really started to worsen. I had a series of fractures, and so I was at home for most of middle school. I had to complete all my assignments online. I was separated from my friends in school, and I missed out on a lot of school activities. And around this time, I also began to transition to a wheelchair. But I still pursued my dream, which was to get into Harker, the best school in the Bay Area. Okay, so at 15 years old now, I've realized that while DMD may limit me in certain areas, I don't want to let it define who I am, so I still pursue my hobbies. I'm really interested in traveling to interesting places. I've been to Waterloo, Berlin, St. Augustine, etc. I'm assuming you know where those places are. And I love programming and robotics. Last year, I went to the Harker, I participated in the Harker robotics team, and we went to Houston for the finals. Meanwhile, my parents and I continue to search for clinical trials that promise a cure for DMD. So last year, I saw some of the problems that I encountered while searching for clinical trials, and I decided to create a solution for it. I founded a platform called GetWellSoon.ai, which connects patients to clinical trials happening around the world, and we aggregate clinical trial data from 500,000 sites, medical sites, databases, hospitals, etc. And I'm really passionate about helping other people find clinical trials in an easy format. So yeah. So at this point, I want to thank the Harvard community. It's been really welcoming, really accommodating to me. Right since I walked into Ms. King's summer class with a full lead cast on, she was really helpful. She welcomed me to Harvard. And I would also like to thank everyone. I have special elevator access. There are accessible restrooms. You may have heard all the construction going on around campus. And whenever I need help, someone's always there for me. If I ever need someone to open the door, they're always available to do that for me. So thank you again. So now I would also like to ask you to help the muscular dystrophy community. To do so, there are a lot of ways you can help. You can support these organizations, MDA, a Muscular Dystrophy Association, Cure Duchenne, Make-A-Wish, and there's a lot more out there. You can learn more about DMD online. You should spread awareness. There are a lot of people who don't know about DMD and about muscular dystrophy in general. And you should also volunteer, participate in events and fundraisers. There are a lot of DMD events going on. And the easiest way to actually participate in DMD-related events is to participate in the DECA MDA fundraiser on November 21st. So at this point, I just want to share a quote which I think really sums up my experience and my presentation. So it's your abilities that matter more than, no. It's your choices that matter more than your abilities is basically what the quote says. If you have any questions about my presentation, DMD in general, or just muscular dystrophy, feel free to reach out to me by email at 22arnavg@students.harvard.org, or you can just stop me in the hallways, talk to me whenever you see me. So, yeah.
So on behalf of the Harvard community, we really want to thank you, Arnav, for coming up and sharing your story, as it is something that is very personal to you. To further spread awareness about DMD, Harvard DECA has partnered with Harvard Spirit to hold a volleyball tournament between all of the classes on the Thanksgiving break, the Thursday before that Thanksgiving break, so November 21st. This event will be for Spirit Points, so we encourage all of you guys to come out, and on that day, please wear green in support of DMD.
We'll also be selling Cold Stone cupcakes at the game, and all proceeds will be going to the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And so thank you so much, and be sure to come out and support.